Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. Greensboro City Manager Nathaniel Trey Davis presented City Council with an $828 million recommended budget for fiscal year 2025-26, which begins on July 1st. The budget reflects a 3% increase over this year, with the general fund totaling $441 million. The current property tax rate remains at 67.25 cents per $100 property valuation. Public safety remains a top priority with proposed funding for the Community Safety Department. The proposal includes additional infrastructure such as 13 miles of water mains, 10 miles of sewer lines, and $6 million for stormwater improvements. In an effort to support local businesses, the city will continue its partnership with the Nussbaum Center to foster innovation and development. To review the budget document and to watch the city manager's presentation, visit the city's website. The City Council will hold a public hearing on the recommended budget at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 3rd in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber in the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The public can provide feedback through the Budget Input Survey or the Balancing Act Budget Simulator through June 3rd. The City Council is scheduled to vote on the adoption of the final budget on Tuesday, June 17th. The Water Resources Department is making it easier for customers to monitor their water usage and possibly save money thanks to an online customer portal called GSO WaterWise. Customers may access the new portal from both a mobile device and desktop computer. GSO WaterWise allows you to sign up for paperless billing and make one-time or recurring utility bill payments. Other features include customized usage alerts, 24/7 access to water usage data, and personalized tips to help conserve water. Customer Service Manager Mark Chester said GSO WaterWise is supported by the city's upgrade to smart meters, reflecting the city's commitment to new and innovative technology as outlined in our strategic plan. The portal gives customers real-time insights to better manage their water use, detect leaks earlier, which saves money. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the average household can waste 90 gallons of water each day due to leaks. GSO WaterWise will detect unusual spikes in usage earlier, helping to avoid an unusually high bill. To learn more or to register for GSO WaterWise, visit the city's website or call Mark Chester at 336-373-2639. The City of Greensboro is introducing the new name for its Minority and Women Business Enterprise, or MWBE office. Now known as the Office of Business Opportunity, the new name reflects the city's expanded focus on supporting a broader range of diverse and small businesses throughout the community. The office will continue leading efforts to ensure all businesses have equal access to city contracts for goods, construction, and professional services. Office Manager Michael Humphrey said until now, the city's efforts have focused primarily on minority and women-owned businesses. As the city continues to grow, the Office of Business Opportunity will be primed to assist those interested in doing business in Greensboro. Staff will continue to manage outreach, host events, and provide resources to help connect underrepresented businesses with meaningful opportunities. For more information, contact the Office of Business Opportunity at 336-373-2674 or visit the city's website. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
Hi, my name is Dr. Soldatova.
I'm Dr. Joshua Parker.
We are talking about wearables such as smartwatches and how they can benefit your health.
There's a lot of options out there that are all appropriate.
Any wearable has a certain set of features that can be useful for screening and monitoring.
The watches are generally focused on that, tracking heart rate specifically.
You can gain some insight into your heart rate, fitness level, and sleep patterns, which can be helpful just for overall health monitoring.
I think these devices services are great supplements to getting traditional care, and I do think they give patients some level of control over their care or feeling more involved in their care.
When it comes to sophisticated tracking of health data, smartwatches like Apple Watch is probably on the top of the list. So if your goal is to gain more information about your heart rate, oxygen levels when you sleep, sleeping patterns, that's probably the best one to buy.
We're able to have our patients send us that information. Now we can get data throughout the year in different settings, and that can be very valuable for us in terms of coming up with treatment plans.
Keeping in mind that it's only a screening tool and not a diagnostic gadget.
On your Apple Watch, it shows that you had an episode of atrial fibrillation, and I look at it and it's real, then we can start treatment effective immediately.
So definitely look at multiple products available for sale and decide which one best fits you. It's not always the most expensive one.
Coordinators of large-scale private events can share input on how the city regulates these events. And if you enjoy journaling, find out how to create a digital version using free online tools. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The City of Greensboro invites the community to participate in a brief survey designed to gather input on regulating private parties and large-scale events. The city is committed to supporting community gatherings while ensuring public safety and enhancing the overall experience. Feedback from the survey will inform local policies and event planning guidelines to help strike a balance between celebration and community well-being. Deputy City Attorney Laura Cubbage said a city the size of Greensboro with an active college presence is bound to have private events happening on a regular basis. The city encourages these events, and this survey will identify community needs and appropriate regulations that keep safety at the forefront. All survey responses are confidential and will be used solely for research and planning purposes. Input will help shape the future of community events in Greensboro. Residents are encouraged to complete the survey by Thursday, June 5th. To access the private event survey, visit the city's website. Latoya Winslow is Creative Greensboro's artist in residence at GROW, which is the Greensboro residency for original works. Winslow will lead a 4-week residency through June 2nd, blending graphic design, digital illustration, and creative writing to guide participants in creating personal journals using accessible, low-cost tools. Winslow will create and share an original journal during the residency, offering a behind-the-scenes look at her creative process from concept to completed product. Her work focuses on mental health, body positivity, goal setting, and creative planning, all through the lens of her intersectional identity as a Black queer woman. During a weekly workshop series, Winslow teaches how to design journals for personal use or for print on-demand distribution. Participants will have the opportunity to create their own 120-page journal using free online tools and community resources. Winslow's residency will emphasize accessibility, encouraging engagement across all experience levels and backgrounds. A native of the North Carolina coast and grounded in familial oral traditions, Winslow transforms personal storytelling into visual and literary art. The GROW residency is located next to the Davie Street entrance of the Greensboro Cultural Center, located at 200 North Davie Street. To learn more about the GROW residency, visit the city's website. In other Creative Greensboro news, in partnership with Little Independent Theater, Scrap Metal, and Shared Radiance Performing Arts, will hold auditions for the inaugural Sonnet Fest, which features creative performances of Shakespeare's first 50 sonnets. Auditions will be held at 7 p.m. on Friday, June 13th, and at 2 p.m. on Saturday, June 14th, in the Stephen D. Hires Theater at the Greensboro Cultural Center. Performers of all ages, experience levels, genders, ethnicities, and racial identities are welcome to register online for an audition. Actors, singers, and dancers are encouraged to prepare an interpretation of any Shakespeare sonnet for the audition. Performers may also read from sonnets provided. All performers will be asked to participate in a brief improvised movement audition. Rehearsals are in the evenings and on weekends as schedules permit. Performances will take place on August 1st and 2nd. If you're not a performer but still want to participate, there are several backstage support opportunities available. Register to join the stage crew using the same online form. The Greensboro Cultural Center is located at 200 North Davie Street. To learn more about this and other creative Greensboro programs, visit the city's website. If you drive around Greensboro, you'll likely run into several road resurfacing projects underway. Coming up after the break, we'll check in with the Transportation Department for an update. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Greensboro experienced an unusually harsh winter. The bitter cold temperatures took a toll on our local roads. As a result, there are several road resurfacing projects underway around town. Joining me now to tell us all about road resurfacing is Nathaniel Moore. He is the Deputy Director of the city's Transportation Department. Hello, Nathaniel. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Carla. Great to be here.
Well, it's so good to see you. We typically talk to you during winter, and your department handles the snow removal and you clear the roads. But now, once the roads are clear, there's a lot of work to be done. So tell us, what is road resurfacing and what does the process entail?
Sure. So that is our annual process every year. And a lot of people call and they have different names. We want a road paved, we want it redone, we want it, put a new top on it. So at the end of the day, it's all the same. We call it resurfacing here in the city of Greensboro. So essentially it's going out within our network and putting a new layer of asphalt on the roadway to rejuvenate it for the future, for rideability and for structure of the road.
Okay, well, we see a lot of that going on right now if you're downtown or just driving around town in general. So how does the Transportation Department narrow it down and decide which roads to resurface?
So every 3 to 4 years, we have an independent contractor come in, ride every single road in our network, which is almost 1,100 miles of road. Each one of those roads gets a score, like a report card. So we evaluate everything on a 0 to 100 scale, 100 being brand new, one of the roads that we had just done, 0 being, I tell people, basically a gravel road. So we prioritize that of, we work on the lowest numbers first. We look throughout all the districts, throughout all the city to be able to see where projects are going to be. And also we work with our other utility groups to make sure that before we go out and resurface the road, that there's not utility work coming behind, because the last thing that we want to do is we put a product out there for our customers, and 6, 8, 12 months later, the road's being recut to have another utility put in.
Absolutely. We want to work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
So with that, there is a timeline, a time frame, an expiration date. How long would a road typically last?
So it depends on what the road is and what the traffic volume and load is. For our large roadways, we look at typically a 20 to 25 year cycle for that road. A residential road will last typically sometimes in the 50-year range. Right now, what we're at is, as the network as a whole, we're on about a 50-year paving cycle for all the roads within the city. That doesn't mean that the road in front of your house or that you commute on is going to get paved every 50 years, but that's an average that we're seeing right now.
Okay, so it's good to know how long ago was your road resurfaced and count from there. We always like trivia, so roughly how many miles and how many roads does the Transportation Department resurface on a yearly basis?
So right now at our current funding level, we're targeting between 20 to 30 miles, centerline miles of road to resurface every year. And that infrastructure budget that we're investing is somewhere between $7 and $10 million annually.
Wow, that's a lot. That's very impressive. And if a resident looks at their road and they're driving home every day and coming to and from and say, I think I need my road resurfaced, can they ask to have it evaluated?
Yeah, absolutely. So we tell everybody the biggest thing, if you see something you want us to look at, get a hold of the contact center, 373-CITY. Give them a call. They'll get it over to our department or the right people in our department to take a look at. Also on the City of Greensboro's transportation website, we have a list of upcoming projects and future projects. So if you're curious on where something falls or what we currently have, feel free to go to the website and look at those current projects that we have posted on the website.
Okay, very simple. They will do that, and you gave us lots of options. So thank you to you and your team for all that you do to keep our roads pristine, and congratulations on your recent promotion as Deputy Director.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Cablecast. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The public is invited to participate in a planning effort that will provide guidance for long-term management of the Guilford Courthouse National Military Park. Consistent with the National Park Service law and policy, comprehensive planning is periodically required to respond to emerging issues or opportunities facing park management. The public can review the development concept plan and environmental assessment to evaluate the environmental impacts of the proposed alternatives. The key elements of the proposed plan include acquisition, removal, and revegetation of Old Battleground Road within the park, demolition of the visitor center and associated parking lot, construction of a new visitor contact station on previously disturbed areas at Hoskins Farm, and extending the trail network to create a safer, more accessible trail. For more information about the plan or to submit comments, please visit the National Park System website. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here's some special events happening this week on the town. Coveted golden tickets are on the line at the USA Pickleball Golden Ticket Tournament, May 28th through June 1st at the Greensboro Complex Special Events Center. The event features free admission each day as pickleball players of all ages try to win their bracket and earn the opportunity to register for this summer's USA Pickleball National Championships. Learn more online at gsocomplex.com. The Greensboro Science Center hosts a return engagement of one of its most popular laser light shows with 4 showings of Laser Taylor Swift on the night of May 30th. This spectacular show features hits like Enchanted, Cruel Summer, and Look What You Made Me Do. Get tickets online at greensboroscience.org. The next Greensboro History Museum Little Lions Saturday program is May 31st. Youngsters and their families can drop by the museum from 1 to 3 p.m. to celebrate the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame with a fun children's craft. Admission is free, and you can learn more online at greensboro-nc.gov. Greensboro Performing Arts students wrap up the season with their spring showcase May 31st and June 1st at the Carolina Theater. The Triad Tap Company lights up the stage with dynamic rhythms, and musical theater groups present highlights from the season's unforgettable productions. Learn more and get tickets online at carolinatheater.com. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Office of Sustainability and Resilience has published its 2024 Annual Progress Report and Year 2 of the Strategic Energy Plan implementation. This second annual report describes the activities implemented in 2024, including the Strategic Energy Plan's 8 organization-wide recommendations. The report also features several projects, collaborative efforts, and key highlights from throughout the year. The Office of Sustainability oversees the execution of the Strategic Energy Plan, which guides how the city will reduce its greenhouse carbon footprint and transition to 100% renewable energy by 2040. In 2024, city departments made progress on a wide range of recommendations, goals, and strategies outlined in the Strategic Energy Plan. A green team comprised of a group of staff representing each of the city's 23 departments and 9 specialized offices was formed back in November. In 2024, the Office of Sustainability also participated in and/or hosted 60 events with more than 4,000 participants. Access the annual report on the city's website. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout-out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout-out. This week's shout-out goes to Guilford Works. The Workforce Development Department hosted a Super Wow or Work Opportunity Wednesday hiring event. Participating employers included Toyota Battery Manufacturing, FedEx, and HAECO, just to name a few. Work Opportunity Wednesdays are held weekly at the NC Works Career Centers in Greensboro and High Point. Attendees should bring their resumes and dress to impress. For more information about this and other Guilford Works programs, visit the city's website. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol. Plus, GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.